we've talked about, how to find a great teacher. Let's talk a little bit, Henrique, about how to become a great teacher and what you need for that.
I can only talk about my experience, right? It's like I tell my wife, it's a tremendous responsibility to be a father, because for Max and Miles, my two boys, when you say the name father, all they know is me, right? No pressure,
Yeah,
right? So I can only talk about myself. So I was very lucky to study with some of the best teachers in the world. I studied with Alan Dawson for 8 years, and I was with Gary Chafee for a long time, and I still consult with him. And I'm always around John Ramsey, which is an amazing teacher. He was the chairman of Berkeley, stepped down, now he's just teaching. Okay. And so those are my main teachers. Jim Shaping for a while. And I also became friends with Freddie Gruber, and I spent some time with him. And those guys really, especially Alan Dawson and Jim Shaping and Gary Chafee and John Ramsey, they really... everything I teach is really coming from them, really. Even my polyrhythm books, I'm highly influenced by the way they taught. And they all had a system. Alan has a system of teaching, and Gary had a system. John Ramsey has a system. So what I learned from them is to have something that it builds and that works. If you look at some of the students of those guys, they taught Tony Williams, Vinny Colaiuta, Steve Smith, Case Terrell, Kenwood Denard, Terry Lynn Carrington, J.R. Robson, Antonio Sanchez, later John Blackwell. I mean, these amazing teachers. So I think I learned from them a lot. Plus, I love to teach. It's my passion is to teach, because I learn a lot by teaching. Every time I teach, I reinvent myself to that particular students. And I have funny stories, to tell you. My coaching when I teach has nothing to do with drums. I give you an example. Let me see if I remember the last few things I did this week that I never did before as a teacher. So I'm teaching this kid. He has to audition. He's playing this prepared piece. The piece is very aggressive. It's like, but he's playing very laid back, right? And I said, is that what you want to play? He said, yes. I said, you need to hit the drums a little harder for this song, He said, well, I don't want to be sensitive. I said, well, so I put some Peter Erskine and I put some very light music, but this music was not like that. Yeah. It's like really trash metal. I said, you got to hit this a little harder. You got to sell it. You got to crash this, with more intention. And we went on and on. He played 4 or 5 times, and he was not really committed to that. So I'm thinking about how I'm going to make this guy understand. My point was not getting across with all the techniques that I've been using for years. So I have to right there and then come up with a new technique just for this guy. Right? This is 8 o'clock in the morning last week. Yeah. It's a good story. Yeah. So I'm a storyteller. Yeah. So you know what I did? I said, come here. I get out of the office. He's trying to put his shoes on because he played without shoes. I said, you don't need your shoes. I close my office. I start running. And I said, catch me. And I start running that. So he kind of froze up for a sec, but then he's coming after me. So I go upstairs and I go to different floors. And then I go downstairs and I go to the lobby, and the people's freaking out. They don't know if I'm being robbed or what's going on. There's a bunch of teachers there coming in. I kind of shocked everybody, and I said, I run and I said, it's okay, it's okay. I'm training him. And I went on the street, right? And he's running. I'm getting tired now, right? Yeah. So I'm kind of doing like this, and I go back to the 1140 building, and he finally catches me. So then I walk back to the lobby. Some of the teachers like, what are you doing? I said, it's okay. This is a drum lesson. We're going to go back to my office now. He needs to learn how to go get it, what he wants, fight for what he wants. And I went downstairs, and I played now. This guy played his butt off now. He played amazing, a totally different drummer. Amazing. He played the crap out of it. And then you know what I told him? I said, that's the best you ever played in your life, and I want that to be the worst time you ever played this song. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like, that's my passion. I mean, I never had a teacher doing that. It's crazy. He's never going to forget that, you know? So that's a good story, right?
That's awesome.
That's good.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But it worked for that guy. It worked. I have other students that I don't know if I could do that to them.